I have a confession to make. I'm giving up on the animation. I installed Flip-a-Clip and paid for the subscription, but after I recorded the audio and started animating this story time I planned, I realized that it just takes way too much time, and I'm a procrastinator as is. Don't get me wrong, I'll try to keep animating on the side to see if I can improve, but for now, I'm just gonna stick to my little sticker animations in the corner of my videos. And since I don't have an animation to go with my story time, I'll tell it while I'm making these peanut mochi balls. This was a recipe I learned from a YouTube short by Janelle Eats. I'll put a link to the video in the description. So, I've been incredibly irresponsible as of recently. I got an email telling me that I have long overdue books, and they were so long overdue that the fines had gone into collections. Naturally, full panic mode has been activated, and I spent the rest of the night googling what's to come of this and tossed and turned in nightmarish turmoil waiting for the library to open. Dramatic, I know. But anyway, so I mentally prepared myself to pay the $85 in fines as I hopped into my car the next morning. My social anxiety was spinning up all kinds of excuses to tell the librarian. When I got there, I strolled in, and the lady, probably seeing my immediate distress, kindly asked me, "Can I help you?" To my relief, she was super sweet and helpful. I just told her the truth, and she helped me get all my books returned and fines cleared. I did still have to pay the $12 to the collection website, but at least it wasn't $80. She told me I could still borrow books since my account was cleared and my credit score is completely unaffected. I thanked the kind lady and vowed never to borrow any more books till I was committed to reading and returning my books like a proper adult. And in case you're wondering, no, I didn't even read the books that I returned. I think borrowing online is my best option these days. Right after my library incident, I went to Dollar Tree that very same day to therapy shop and ended up spending a bunch of money anyway. But in my defense, I bought a lot of blind bags to make YouTube videos since both YouTube and I seem to enjoy these kinds of things. So I hope everyone will enjoy the content to come out of this little shopping spree. And here's the Dollar Tree haul that I'm sure everybody is just dying to see. I bought some spring decor to spruce up the apartment. I was impressed that these little dropper bottles were made of glass, even the little dropper on the inside. And here's all the activity items I bought to make some YouTube shorts. It's the next day and I'm setting up the solar powered flower lights. They honestly don't put out too much light, but I do like the little pop of color they give. Dollar Tree is a nice place to pick up cheap and cute seasonal decor. I try to keep it simple though, since some items do tend to look particularly Dollar Tree-esque. Here's how they look at night. Just switching the winter decor for some springy colors. Then my friend got us these wine bottles a while back, and we both agreed that we cared more about the bottles than the wine itself. And I just thought they would make a nice home for some pretty flowers. What do you think? When I watched this clip, I thought it was snowing, but then I realized it was actually just heavy rain. Hello, spring. I finished the rest of this day with some animation practice and video editing. Not very exciting, but I was accompanied by some relaxing ambient sounds. My mind instantly felt at ease while I edited these clips. Good morning! Baby made us brekkie and it was super yummy. We actually spent this day out running errands and I didn't film much, so I replaced this day with a different one which was filled with cosplay content. I'm attempting to get out of my bad procrastination habit by getting a head start on my cosplay for Colossal Con. I'll be going as Sayu from Genshin, and the con is in the beginning of June in Sandusky, Ohio. So at the time of this clip, I have just a little less than 2 months to prepare. This was the shirt I showed in the last vlog that I thrifted from Goodwill. I took off a few more embellishments and hemmed some of the raw edges and started working on painting the details. I used this handy paper tape to get sharp lines, but at times I struggled to get the tape flush with the fabric, so some of my lines came out wobbly. Nothing a bit of touching up can't fix though, and I think I got it down in the last couple times I did it. I had a lot of fun with the details, almost wish that there were more, but I'll get my fill of detail painting with the other pieces of the cosplay, I'm sure. A couple things I wanted to know about this experience. Painting this fabric took much more paint and layers than I expected. It just seemed to soak up the liquid like a sponge. Secondly, as I expected, the area I painted over became quite stiff, but later I attempted to scrunch up the painted areas and it helped make it less stiff and it did not crack, to my relief. It was actually quite flexible. Now, the last thing I wanted to address, I'm actually quite worried for the next part of this cosplay because I'm going to have to mess with color remover. This next part of the cosplay is going to be for Sayu's jacket, which has a gradient, and the shirt I picked was already purple. It was a much easier color to find than orange, and I'll have to remove some colors so the orange dye can show up effectively, but I worry the color remover won't dye in a gradient like the orange will. I guess if worst comes to worst, I'll just paint it. But if anyone has any experience or tips regarding how color remover works, feel free to leave some comments. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. I did consider just painting the gradient and not worrying about the dyeing process at all, but I was concerned it would take a bunch of paint and the fabric would become stiff. I guess we'll have to stay tuned to next week's vlog to find out if I end up ruining the shirt. So this week I completed Sayu's shirt. Let's see how the jacket turns out next week. Wishing you happiness and health. I'll see you in the next video.